Hi everyone, I'm Alex Lehman, the Director of Recruitment for the UNLV Harrah College of Hospitality, and I'm so excited that you've joined me today to talk about studying hospitality here at UNLV. And as you know, we're located in beautiful sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, which means that we have a hospitality program that is located in the best place to study hospitality management. So thanks for joining me today. I'm going to share my screen so we can talk a little bit more about our hospitality program at UNLV. All right. So of course, I would normally be giving this presentation on campus, but we are so excited that you have joined us virtually to learn more about hospitality management at UNLV. I'm going to talk a little bit about the college. So let's get started. I always like to start my presentations by talking about hospitality. What is it? And I do that because, you know, we have been around for over 50 years with hospitality education at UNLV. And it wasn't until very recently that we actually changed our name to the College of Hospitality. And that's because 50 plus years ago, we started as the College of Hotel Administration. Las Vegas looked a lot different, the industry looked a lot different, and our program was very focused on hotel management. Now, hotel management is still a huge part of our program, but over these 50 years, we have expanded into all parts of the hospitality industry, and we really are covering so much more than just hotel management. So we've changed our name to the College of Hospitality, but that brings up the point of what is hospitality, because it means so many different things to different people. If we were together, I would ask you what you think of when you hear the term hospitality. And let me just tell you, I love to share this definition. So hospitality is really all about creating experiences for people. You can see the definition here: the friendly and generous reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. Really at the core, if you strip back all the details about hospitality management and the careers and the things that we do in this industry, at the center of it all, it's all about creating experiences for people. And if that's something that really resonates with you and you feel passionate about, then hospitality management is the perfect degree program for you to pursue. So what that means is our students go into a variety of careers. And I just like to share a couple images so you can start visualizing yourself in this career path. So hospitality can really go into so many different segments. There's events and entertainment. There's more of the traditional hotel management career path. There's food and beverage. So all my foodies out there that love that food and beverage and culinary side of the industry, that's a career path you can pursue. Travel and tourism, sports and entertainment, and events and conventions, bed and breakfast. We can talk about large mega resorts that maybe you see yourself working in, all the way down to a small family run property, right? It really does provide so many different career paths and opportunities for you to explore with a foundation in hospitality management. So with that in mind, I like to point out a couple things that are really important for you to think about when you're thinking about where should I study hospitality management. And we think that we have a pretty special place here at UNLV for you. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I think that's the case. First, we are internationally ranked. On a recent ranking that came out with the QS report, and it's been out for about the last 4 years, they've been doing a specific ranking on hospitality and leisure management. UNLV has been at the top of that list all 4 years. We've either been number 1 or number 2 on that international ranking. And what that means is at number 1 or number 2, we have been number 1 in the country. So this year we were number 2 on that international ranking, number 1 in the country. So we are recognized for hospitality management on an international level. That's really impressive. So I'd like to share a few things about what makes up that ranking. There's a few things. They look at a lot of different elements about universities and the programs that they have. And a few things you should consider when you're thinking about that they've considered in the ranking is the curriculum. Is the curriculum aligned with the industry? And are we teaching the things that are relevant in hospitality? We have just actually launched a new curriculum for hospitality management that really took some time looking at the industry carefully, addressing new trends, taking out some things that aren't relevant anymore. So we have really what we think is the best curriculum out there. So we're really excited about that. The ranking also takes into consideration the research that our professors and our students are doing. They are working hand in hand with the industry on cutting edge research that's impacting the industry today. So we think about curriculum, we think about research, we also think about employer reputation. And what that means is what the hospitality industry employers think about our graduates, and at what percentage are our graduates finding jobs in the industry. And those are all things that we've scored really high on, and that's what makes us a top program to consider. And it's not just us saying that, it's an international ranking. In addition, we have a top program that is affordable to you. And that is something I highly encourage you to go out there and compare prices of what it costs to go to various universities out there that you have the option to study hospitality management. And you'll find that we are an affordable program, affordable compared to those top 10 hospitality competitors out there. So definitely do your homework, see where the best fit is, and also consider where can I get the best program at the best price. And so definitely you'll find that UNLV is a great value. And then also to top everything off, great program, great value, best location ever. You couldn't really pick a better place to study hospitality than here in Las Vegas. We are the entertainment capital of the world, the Las Vegas Strip, which is just less than 2 miles from our university. Right in our backyard, we have the best living laboratory for our students to study hospitality. And what that means is you get hands-on experience and access to the industry and industry mentors and internships and job opportunities right in our backyard, which is so, so amazing. We're so lucky to be here in Las Vegas, but it's not enough to just be here. We have to leverage the opportunities in front of us, right? So our college has spent a long time creating strong relationships with our industry partners, and not just here, nationally and internationally, but especially here locally, so we can give our students the best experience while they're studying at UNLV. And then also it's nice to mention that we have a beautiful academic facility. So in the beginning of 2018, we opened the doors to Hospitality Hall, our first hospitality only academic building. So it is such a wonderful place for our students to study, learn, socialize, interact with one another, interact with their professors. It's a state-of-the-art building. It's new. It's the newest building on campus, and we have a variety of wonderful spaces in the building. First and foremost, it's an academic space, so we have really beautifully lit, interactive classrooms. All of our classrooms, or the majority of our classrooms, are all modular, meaning that our faculty have the ability to flip the classroom however they see fit to best serve that class or that topic of the day. We also have a lot of study spaces, social spaces. We have a cafe that's run by our student leaders, our student management team. They run a cafe much like a Starbucks, Rebel Grounds, where they are making coffee. They have grab and go items. They are learning everything in that small business, from the design of the menu to hiring to training, ordering, working with vendors. They have the ability to do it all. So if that's something you're interested in, it's right on the first floor of Hospitality Hall. In addition, we have a golf center for our golf students. We also have beautiful space, not only to enjoy, but also to have events. We have a number of events in our space as well. So it's a really beautiful facility for you to enjoy as a hospitality student. And we see a lot of our other friends in there as well, enjoying our space. So a little bit about our program specifically. We are a fairly large hospitality management program in comparison to others you'll see across the country. We have about a little over 2,000 students total in hospitality. Now, UNLV as a whole, as I'm sure you've researched, is a large urban institution, meaning that we are a state university. We have over 30,000 students that make up kind of the whole UNLV student population. But in hospitality, we make up about, a little more than 2,000 of those students. But we're still a very large program. But what's great about our program is that you get that full university, big university experience, but you also get that small, intimate experience that's a part of hospitality. So you get to know not only your hospitality peers, but you also get to interact with a larger student population at UNLV. So over the last 50 plus years that we've been around, we've graduated over 17,000 alumni doing amazing things in the industry, both locally, nationally, internationally. And what's interesting too about our student cohort is our students, now UNLV as a whole, right, has a large in-state population. That's pretty traditional of state universities. But within the hospitality college, we actually have a very diverse makeup of our students. Over 20% of our student population is actually international, coming from countries outside of the US. Then we have about 40% of our students are in-state, and then the remainder of our students are out-of-state students, right, coming from outside Nevada, studying here in Las Vegas. So it's a really diverse, unique subset of students that you'll be surrounded by in the classroom. What's really great is we really do believe that our program really provides that perfect mix of theory and practice. And what that means is that you're going to learn in the classroom, you're going to also learn outside of the classroom. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that means in just a second. So we have one undergraduate program, a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. So what does that mean? It's a broad educational approach for students that are interested in pursuing a career in hospitality management. So it's a management program that is focused on hospitality. So you're going to learn a lot of those traditional business elements, but it's all taught under the hospitality lens and with the hospitality industry in mind. And we have a excellent staff of professors who have all worked in the hospitality industry. Some still are working in the hospitality industry and also teaching. Many are working, like I said earlier, side by side, doing cutting edge research in the industry as well. So we are very closely linked to the industry, which makes your classes and that classroom experience that much more interesting and immersive in hospitality. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about our academic program. As I mentioned, our curriculum, we've redesigned our curriculum, and students that are joining us from here moving forward will start under that new curriculum, which is really exciting. And I'm just sharing here, these are some of the themes that you'll see in our required courses. So we do have a subset of required courses in hospitality management that you're going to have to take. So you'll see that there are some themes in here, and you'll see some classes that really do sound like business classes, right? That's because hospitality is a business. But again, we have structured our program for you to learn the management fundamentals to start as a manager in the industry upon graduation and advance in the industry up through the executive level. So but that means you're going to have to learn a lot of those business concepts as they related to hospitality. For instance, you're going to have to learn about human resources, the customer experience, hospitality law, finance, revenue management, accounting, leadership, strategic management. Again, these are just a few of our required course themes. And again, you're going to get that strong foundation in management and specifically focused on hospitality. But then you're going to ask that question, well, I'm really interested in the food side of the industry, or I'm really interested in the event side of the industry. Well, in our program, you also have the ability, beyond your core curriculum in hospitality, you can choose a concentration. And we have several different concentrations available for you to choose from. Now, let me first say, you don't have to select a concentration. If you want, you can actually choose not to select a concentration and take elective classes in all of these areas if you want to. About a half of our students choose a concentration, and about half decide that they don't want to formally select a concentration. So what are some of those concentrations that are available right now? Event design and management is one area, if that's something that interests you. If you're interested in the event, entertainment, convention industry, that's a path that you probably want to consider. We also have a concentration in restaurant management. So my folks that are really interested in food and beverage, maybe you come from a high school where you focused in culinary. Maybe you are a transfer student and you've already got your 2-year culinary degree. Our program is a great complement to that, and you can continue really focused in the management side of the food industry. In addition, we have a separate concentration in beverage management. It's a new one. Many of our students will elect to do both a food and beverage concentration because they really want to learn both sides of the food and beverage industry. I did mention this, but in our new curriculum, you actually have the option to select 2 concentrations if you want to. Again, your option. Our curriculum has become very flexible so our students can really get that core foundation, but also go after their passion and focus more in classes that interest them and really align with where they see their careers going. Okay, so I mentioned events, I mentioned restaurants, beverage. We also have a concentration in gaming management. And what does that mean? Gaming, kind of that casino, gambling side of hospitality. We have some of the best professors and researchers in gaming at UNLV. If that's something that interests you, obviously gaming is a big industry here in Las Vegas, and it's growing, not only nationally, but internationally. And there will be more and more job opportunities in the gaming segment. In addition, we have a specialty concentration that is in professional golf management. It is a program that's accredited by the PGA of America. Now, I will say that our golf management program does have some additional admission requirements. So if you're interested in golf management, definitely reach out to me after this presentation so I can put you in touch with our golf management team. But what that concentration offers is really it's not our golf team students. They are students that have a passion and talent in golf that are interested in learning the business side of golf. And what's great about this program is they're learning the business side of golf under that larger program of hospitality. Hospitality and golf go hand in hand. And so our students are really learning the teaching side, the coaching side, the management side of golf and the business side, so they can be golf pros at a variety of courses. Our students are doing internships and getting jobs internationally in the golf arena, which is really, really amazing. Now, I will also mention that we have a few new concentrations that are coming soon, so stay tuned for that. I can't share them just yet because they're not official, but under our new curriculum, we are building more and more concentration opportunities for our students to really focus in on those passions. So I talked about academics. In partnership with our course curriculum is also an experiential learning requirement. So we ask our students not only to learn in the classroom, but to learn outside of the classroom as well. What does that mean? Well, we require our students to get work experience prior to graduation. In order to get our degree, you have to log 1,000 work hours in the hospitality industry. And geez, that sounds like a lot of work hours, right? Well, let me put it to you this way. If you're thinking about it in full-time terms, that 1,000 hours is equivalent to about 6 months of full-time experience. So when you have the ability to do that over our 4-year program, that becomes very manageable for our students. You might actually be working in the hospitality industry now. You'll have the ability to bring in some of those hours before you even get here, which is great. So just make sure you're keeping track, keeping those pay stubs, so you can show that you have experience already in hospitality. But if you don't, that's okay too. You have time to do that. And we have resources to help you connect with experience. Now, experience can be in a number of different ways. It can be a part-time job. It could be a full-time job. It could be volunteer hours. It could be a short-term work experience. A lot of our students have part-time jobs while they're in our program, but some of our students choose to do the work experience maybe just over the summer. You will find the right way to organize your own schedule and how you're going to complete that requirement. But I assure you that it's definitely doable. Now, why do we require this? Well, hospitality employers out there are now expecting, if you want to be a manager in hospitality and move up within the industry, you need to have that 4-year bachelor's degree. And then eventually, potentially to move higher and higher, you may need more schooling as well, but you definitely need that 4-year degree. But I will tell you, they're also expecting you to have some kind of work experience walking into those positions. So we know that you need the experience, right? We're helping you build your resume so that you're competitive when you're getting that job after graduation. So in addition to that work experience, we also have some different requirements that are a part of our program as well. And there are Our students are required to complete 2 culminating experiences courses. Now, what that means is they are courses that are designed to get additional experience working on real life situations. And there are 2 ways you can complete those requirements. One is through an internship, and that is a course that you take where you obtain an internship. And there are some course requirements that go along with that. The internship also has to be approved, because we want to make sure that you're getting that full experience. Now, an internship is different from work experience, because an internship, while you might be getting paid and technically employed by somebody, it is a on-the-job learning experience as well. So there are some requirements that go along with the internship course. In addition, we have other capstone courses where towards the end of your experience at UNLV, you'll be taking some of those courses where you are working. If you're an events concentration student, you'll be working on an actual event and helping to execute a real life event. If you were interested in food and beverage, you would probably take the food and beverage culminating experience, and you would actually be designing a restaurant concept and executing it. Again, taking everything that you've learned here in the hospitality program and applying it to a real life situation. Now, all of these things are really, really important, because again, they are things that you're going to put on your resume so that you can be a competitive, right, candidate for that management position that you're applying for upon graduation. So you walk out of our program with the ability to be employable and get a job, but not only any job, a job that's going to advance your career in hospitality. So we like to say, you know, our students don't just get diplomas, they get jobs. And the way that we help support our students, and why we can say this really confidently, is we actually provide a lot of support, because we ask a lot of our students, but we also provide a lot of support. We have our own hospitality career center that helps our students not only connect with employers, but also supports them through the career development process. They actually organize a mentor program. We have 175 industry mentors that participate every year, and that means they connect. There's a mentorship with one student and one executive for an academic year-long mentorship. That's pretty amazing. We, again, because of our location and the relationships that we've built in hospitality, we're able to provide an awesome mentorship opportunity for our students. And those mentors and mentor relationships can lead to not only discovering what you do and don't like about certain career paths, but it also could be a lifelong mentor and potentially an opportunity for a job. In addition, we help our students find internship opportunities. On average, we have about 600 students doing active internships throughout the year. That's a lot. There's a lot of opportunity to get that hands-on experience in the industry. In addition, the Career Center also is the connector between the employers and the college and our students. So we have over 100 different companies that actually actively recruit our students on an average year. And that's pretty amazing. We have employers come to campus, they hold information sessions, they do interviews right on campus. You can meet so many different potential employers through our program, and just your connection to our campus and also to our Career Center as well. Here's a couple student faces here of recent graduates and what they're doing. Christina and Sonia, who you see on here, actually upon graduation were part of a management training programs at different hospitality brands, and got opportunities to relocate and start as a management training in a management training program. And usually those programs kind of take you through some different departments throughout the year, and then they place you in a management position upon completion of that program. Those are probably some of the most popular job opportunities that our students are competing for upon graduation. Here's another example. Evan was in our PGA program and now works as an assistant golf professional at one of the best golf courses here in Las Vegas. So that's just a couple of our students and what they're doing upon graduation. But the great part is we help support you in not only gaining that experience so you can complete our requirements, but also connecting with employers for job opportunities. And then I just share a little bit about what some of our alumni are doing. Of course, you know, our probably most famous alum that I'm sure you've seen before is Guy Fieri. Guy was a graduate of the hospitality program here at UNLV, a huge supporter of our program, and still speaks to our students and talks about the great experience he had and how it helped him launch his career, which is really, really amazing. But there's a lot of alumni out there doing amazing things in the industry, and you may not know who they are. Here's a couple just so you can kind of get an idea of what kinds of career paths you could pursue after graduation from our program. Here's an example. Martha Morales, general manager of a boutique hotel that's within the larger Caesars Palace property here in Las Vegas. Martha was a kind of a non-traditional student. She faced some challenges initially when she was in our program. She fought to stay enrolled, and she is actually really paving the way for women in hospitality. She is a leader in her organization. She's the general manager of that property, but then she also gives back to the community as well and serves as an industry mentor for students that are exploring opportunities like she once was. Lavelle Walker, head of esports. Now, esports is really kind of a new trend in gaming. Lavelle was focused on the gaming side in his studies and really launched a career in that interactive gaming side, really trying to explore how are we going to get the younger generations involved on the casino floor and gaming. So that's a career path that is really unique, and it's something that he was able to launch his career again from our program. And then finally, Andrew is on the marketing and event side of hospitality. He works for a very popular nightclub corporation that has restaurants and nightlife venues here in Las Vegas and internationally. And I always like to say he helps to throw parties for a living, right? He really helps to, book events, create events within the space, working to promote those events. Really everything on the side of event design and management is what Andrew's doing, and in a really fun and unique company. So just a couple of career paths you could potentially pursue. Obviously, these are just a few, and there are so many others you can consider. So I told you a lot about our program, obviously. I wanted to just mention, so with you definitely want to apply, right? Apply. If you want to be a part of our program, you will go to the UNLV admissions site and apply through the undergraduate application. In that application, you have the ability to select hospitality management as your major of choice. Please do so if you are interested in hospitality, because that's a way for us to know that you want to be admitted to our program. Now, for my domestic students, so students that are coming from the US, our admission requirements are the same as the universities. So you have to get admitted to UNLV on the admissions requirements, right? You have to meet one of those categories to be admitted to UNLV: a 3.0 weighted core GPA, 1120 SAT, or 22 ACT, right, to be a part of our program. And as long as you have said you want to be a part of hospitality, then you'll be admitted to our program. Now, my disclaimer is our international students. So if you are an international student applying from a different country outside of the US, and you have an English language requirement that you're going to have to meet, we have a slightly higher English language requirement than general campus. So make sure that you go to our website and look at what those additional requirements are. Okay, so ours is slightly higher. So you need to be admitted to UNLV, but you also have to meet that additional English language requirement as an international student. Finally, we talked in the beginning about, UNLV hospitality is an affordable option, which is both for my in-state students and my out-of-state students. But we also have additional scholarship opportunities for you. So I highly encourage you to look at the UNLV admissions website and look at some of those university level scholarships. As an admitted student, you will be automatically considered for university-based scholarships. However, The College of Hospitality also has a scholarship program, but we do require you to fill out an additional scholarship application. So a couple things you need to keep in mind. This is something that you can apply for every year you're at UNLV. So it is an annual scholarship that we assess our applicant pool and we award our scholarships accordingly. I will say our freshman scholarships can be very competitive. We only have so many scholarship funds available for freshmen, but then again, you can apply every year, and if you want to maintain that scholarship, you need to apply every year to our scholarship application, okay? And where do I access that? You want to go to our website, unlv.edu/hospitality/scholarships. That's where you can get access to both the new student application and the returning student application, okay? So for my prospective students that are planning to join us for the upcoming academic year, you wanna make sure that you fill out you need to be admitted to our program, so make sure that you have applied for admission, and then also please apply to our scholarship application before the deadline of December 31st. So just keep that end of calendar year date in your mind. You want to get that application, the scholarship application, in before December 31st, okay? Moving forward, we have a different deadline for our continuing students. And so once you are enrolled at UNLV, we will share that information with you as well. But again, we have a number of hospitality-specific scholarships. We have over 40 different scholarship funds that are available for our students, but we only ask you to fill out one application. So you fill out one application and you're considered for all of the scholarships that you're eligible for in hospitality. Now, our hospitality scholarships can be stacked on top of other scholarships that you have offered to you. So if you get a university-based scholarship from UNLV, let's say you're an in-state student and you get the Millennium Scholarship, that can be stacked on top. And then you get a hospitality scholarship, that's stacked on top of that. And all of a sudden, that tuition bill goes down quite a bit. So definitely, please, fill out the application. It certainly can't hurt to apply. You never know if you will be considered. And I will say, some of our scholarships are merit-based, some of our scholarships are need-based. It just depends. So again, you want to make yourself, put yourself out there for as many scholarship opportunities as you can. That's going to help make college that much more affordable to you. So definitely apply for our scholarship program. Finally, I invite you after this presentation to explore our website further. And one of the things that you can access right on our homepage is our virtual tour. In the virtual tour, about half of the tour is focused in Hospitality Hall and our hospitality spaces. We also have a gaming lab and event space in our Stan Fulton building in addition to Hospitality Hall. We also have our previous building that we used to house hospitality under. We still have the kitchen space and the dining room in that space. So we have several spaces beyond Hospitality Hall that you can explore as well. But I really encourage you can easily access our virtual tour right from your computer at home. Go to unlv.edu/hospitality. You can click right on our virtual tour link and really explore. You'll feel like you're inside the building, which is really, really great. And we also have some interactive features in there as well. The building is beautiful. We hope that you explore it and you feel like you can see yourself there. And this is kind of the end of my presentation. Definitely, if you have questions, please connect with us afterwards. hospitalityadmissions@unlv.edu. Send any of those questions about the admissions process, about our program. If you want to set up a personal meeting with myself, my student ambassador, or another member of our staff or faculty, we can help arrange that for you. So again, hospitalityadmissions@unlv.edu. And then of course, our website, unlv.edu/hospitality. Visit, explore a little bit more about our program, and we hope to see you at UNLV. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day.